we're doing something completely different this time. So I am sans extensions and sans makeup. So I figured I would do a really short video real quick of me putting on my makeup. I will try to show you what I have, what I'm putting on, but I'm actually going to turn the sound off of the rest of this video because I am multitasking with a baby child in the room. So I do not want to put her on the video or in the sound. So what I'm going to do is I'm saying hi, and then I am going to voice over the rest of this while I show you like which products I'm using. I'm not using anything fancy, so let's just like be clear on that already. Okay, so let's get to it. Hi. So I'll start with showing you, this is my travel bag. It's my Care X Shin bag. Alright, here's the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. This is what I put on my face first. I actually normally use the one that comes in the like clear squeezy green bottle. But this was the only one they had because they were sold out of the one I normally use, so I'm trying this one. Then I go in with my 24/7 Urban Decay Waterline. I love this stuff. It goes on so well, and I put a lot of eye drops in my eyes during the day because I have allergies. So this stuff holds up pretty well. As you can see, I'm already tearing up. This is the Morphe MB24 brush. It's pretty old. I'm not sure if they still sell it. Here's the Harry Potter ColourPop. So we're going to go in for, that's Patronus, and then this one's Ravenclaw. We're going to go in with the Ravenclaw first. Maybe a little bit of this one later. And then at the end, we're going to do that one. So let's start off with this guy. And that was the moment she realized she forgot her eye primer. I put on a Urban Decay, that one, Urban Decay eyeshadow primer I normally put on first, but I forgot it. And then I decided, should I put it on the other one? I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Then I normally use the Jeffree Star Velour Lip Scrub on my lips while I'm doing my eyeshadow, so I figured I'd just put that on real quick. So I go in with Ravenclaw on the outer edges and a little bit in the crease, but not all the way over. Then I just take my powder brush and get all that excess off of my cheeks. Then we're going to go in with Patronus in the middle. You want the shiniest one to be in the middle of your eye because that's the part on your eye that you want to pop. And then the brightest would go on the inner corner because you want that to super, super pop. So here is Lumos. I'm going in with that in the inner corner. I'm just blending it together. Girl, blend that more. Yeah, there you go. Now we're going to go back in with our Ravenclaw just on the bottom waterline. Now here we're going in. We're going in with Forbidden Forest. Here we go. It was really, really wet and really clumpy. I just wanted to say that because it is definitely a different texture than the rest of the makeup. And I was really worried it was going to get all over my face, but thank goodness it did not. I'm just going to put that in the corner just to deepen that corner, just to give it a little more dimension, but also give it a little more shimmer. And just going back in the brush, with the brush. And I'm going to do the Color Stay eyeliner by Revlon, and it doesn't say what color it is, it's just the purpley one. And I'm just going to go in there just to sharpen the bottom of my eye, so I have a guide for when I go back in with my Kat Von D tattoo liner. So I'm just putting on my Kat Von D tattoo liner. I'm not that girl that cares if her winged liner is like crazy, 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 like perfect, perfect. I do like it sharp, sharp enough to cut a man. Pretty even. Good job. Now we're gonna go with my eyelashes. I use a duo glue on the wand. Now I used to use the one that was in the tube with the blue on it, but I'm using this one now. So I put it on and then I let it sit for a few minutes. So I do my curl and then I go in with my Better Than Sex Too Faced mascara, and then I go back in with my I like to let that glue get just a little tacky because otherwise it doesn't hold. Then you're going to squeeze your lid almost as if you're pushing it on top of the eyelash, which basically just makes it look like it's almost growing out of your eye instead of just being a really abrupt line. See, there you can see the abrupt line, but once I go back in and squeeze, the abrupt line disappears. That was just a little trick that I learned in makeup school. So now I'm going to go in with the Revlon Photo Ready concealers. I use two different colors, a darker one and a lighter one. Um, the darker one is a little bit more orange, a little more ruddy. And I put that under my eyes. And then the other one is a little more yellowy, and that one I put on the rest of my face. The reason I put the orangier one under my eye is because I do have dark circles under my eye, and because it's more orange, as we know that is blue's complementary color, so it's going to counteract the blue under my eye, and then the rest of my face has like red splotches and like brown splotches and things like that. So freckles, the things, because I'm 40, as my daughter is cracking me up over here. So then I go in with the HD finishing powder by NYX, and look at how smooth I'm getting. This is the Joe Velasco's blush. I've had it forever. Honestly, I feel like there's no shelf life on blush, to be honest. There probably is. But this one's called Ramona, and I'm putting it on my cheeks. But if you notice, I am putting it in other places. So the basis of putting like foundation and concealer is to neutralize your face to one color, but then you have to put the dimensions back into your face. If you don't, you're going to look dead or tired or sickly. So the spots that I like to focus on is like the cheeks, the nose, the hairline, and the chin. Now I'm going to go in with the Jeffree Star Velour lip color in the color Androgyny. And I'm going to go a little bit below my lip line, just to give it a little bit of fullness, a little bit of, dimension. And then I'm going to do the top part. But when I do the top part, I'm going to do this cute little like X heart. And it makes this really cool shape. And then you just go straight down the side. It was a trick I learned in makeup school, and I didn't use for a long time because I was like, I know how to put lipstick on. I know better than that, and I didn't know better than that. Then you go with your finger and you put it in your mouth, and if you could see exactly the spots that would have gotten on your teeth, but you can take it out. And I go back in with my concealer just to sharpen up that edge of just the bottom lip. I do a pretty good job of like my angles, and it doesn't normally feather on the top, but it normally feathers on the bottom. So I'm going to go in with Benefits Watts Up, like watts, like a light bulb. And I'm going to go on my nose. And I love this thing. It's so tiny. It's lasted me forever. I've had it for years. And it's worth every penny. I didn't pay for it. I got it for free from Sephora as a gift. I like to put it on the middle of my forehead, the end of my nose, my chin, and underneath my eyebrow. Then I'm going to go in with my Urban Decay All Nighter Spray, the matte one. Sometimes I get like these little splotches and we just pat them down and you're fine. So let's now take a look at the finished look. There's the palette and my finished look. Let's look at it a before and after. Here's before and after. Please be gentle, people. I am 42 years old. And I also need to tweeze my eyebrows in this. Yikes. But if you'd like to get ready with me, please like and subscribe and put in the comments that you'd like to see more of these. Okay, bye!